So here's the truth, all moms can relate. Having enough time in the morning to have a healthy breakfast often takes second place to your kids' needs. Now the good news is that Jungle has a delicious and healthy muesli range which is made from the 8th natural wonder Jungle Oats. Now Jungle muesli is high in energy, it's high in fiber and also low in sodium to help you kickstart your day. But here to give some more advice to busy moms is occupational therapist and author Meg Foray. Meg, lovely, welcome back, nice to see you again.
Lovely to see you.
Glad to be focusing on the moms here. Because, you know, I'm never at home in the mornings. My wife takes care of the kids. She's there, and I know what a mad rush it is. But let's quickly talk about that. What are some of the common mistakes that moms make when it comes to their diets? Taking a look at the busy lifestyles.
Yeah, so we always put ourselves second as a mum, so we really don't take care of our diets. We'll think about our kids' diets very carefully, and then we'll grab something on the go. So many mums skip breakfast.
Look, it's admirable, because you want to put your kids' needs first, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And in the process, you completely lose yourself.
Yes.
And so what ends up happening is they miss breakfast generally. They then take a couple of cups of cappuccino or coffees through the day and fill up on that. They might have a rushed lunch and then eat a huge amount for supper in order to kind of compensate because they're starving. And that really is a very poor diet, and it happens because our days are just so busy. So those are the type of errors that mums make when it comes to daily diets.
So what advice could you give to busy moms out there to really just try and steal a little bit of time for themselves to make sure that they just focus on what they eat, to make sure that they are healthier?
Yeah, so a couple of things. I mean, making lunch boxes takes time in the morning. So a quick fix would be to help either get your kids to make the lunch boxes themselves if they're old enough, or to actually do the lunch boxes the night before, because that buys you 5 to 10 minutes in the morning when you can actually have breakfast. Also getting up a little bit earlier, and that's really hard if you're a sleep-deprived mother of little ones, but go to bed earlier then and make sure that you are able to get up early in the morning, because that rush time of the day is a time of day when you actually need to prepare A, your breakfast, but B, also your snacks for the day. So quite a nice little tip is to cut up a whole lot of cucumbers and celeries and carrots and put them in a Tupperware on a Sunday evening. Put a little bit of lemon juice over them so that they stay nice and fresh for a couple of days, and grab a little lunchbox of that for your morning and afternoon snacks every day so that you're prepared ahead of time.
It really is all about planning. You know, when it comes to busy lifestyles, if you get into that routine, it does benefit you so much.
Absolutely. I mean, Sundays are a good time to actually do that. So a good idea is to cook up 2 meals on a Sunday. So let's say you're going to be making chicken, make a double batch of chicken, and you can use one for a chicken a la king and another one for a pie during the week. And so actually doubling up on meals. If you've got little ones and you're still preparing weaning foods, make them and pop them in the freezer, because you can just pop them out and use them in the evenings as well. So it's really important to plan ahead.
Let's talk about calories here now. If we take a look at the daily requirements for a busy mom, how much calories are we talking, and what would a kind of a meal structure look like to stay healthy for a day?
Yeah, I don't like to talk calories. I don't think it's a healthy way to eat. I don't think counting calories helps anyone. And also the guidelines are so different from men to women.
People differ,
People are different. So I don't look at calories so much, but definitely getting a varied diet is very important. Kickstarting the day with a good breakfast. An idea for a good breakfast is having something like an oats porridge with some chia seeds and some blueberries. So you're covering all of the bases there, making sure that you get your 2 snacks in between your meals during the day, so that you don't end up at the next meal starving and going in for processed carbs and high processed fat foods. Rather, if you sustain your energy throughout the day, you're less likely to binge eat. And then having a good lunch and a smaller supper. And if you kind of stage your meals like that, you probably will be taking the right amount of calories. Another idea is to use a smaller plate so that you're not kind of taking more than you are actually wanting to consume. So a little bit of portion size management can be helpful, particularly if you're wanting to lose weight. But at the end of the day, having a varied diet of lunch, supper and breakfast and then 2 snacks, that's the way to go.
And I like the fact that you're highlighting whole foods, you know, which I don't think we get as humans enough nowadays as well. So last words of advice for our busy moms out there to really try and stick to a healthy eating plan. What would be your top tips?
Yeah, so it would definitely be drinking quite a bit of water during the day. And one of the things I do is actually fill up bottles of water in the fridge, glass bottles in the fridge, so that if I'm running out to go and do a school lift, I grab one of those. I know I'm getting my water in that way. I'm definitely preparing the snacks ahead of time, as I mentioned, and making sure you do prioritize breakfast. And I think if you get those 3 things right, the other things will kind of fall into place, because you're not going to be binge eating on fatty processed foods the rest of the time.
That's it. Meg, thank you very, very much for joining us. That's a whole lot of information right there. And all I can say is to the busy moms out there, good luck. You have got this. You can do it. But it really is good to know that if you stick to a plan and make healthy eating and snacking part of your daily routine, you'll be well on your way to living not only a busy life, but one that is healthy and filled with all the feel-good nutrients to keep you going.
South Africa's original oat champion now has a range of nutritious, delicious muesli. New Jungle Muesli, available in an exciting variety of flavors.